right, folks. So here you are at the Minnesota State Legislature website. Everything you want to know about state government can be found here. It's a great website. It's one of my favorites. Now, you're here because you're probably completing the web activity Mock Minnesota Senator Selection Form for your government class. So let's see how you can do that. Now, if you are selecting a senator for Mr. Doctor's class, you're going to go over here to this little section that says Senate. If you happen to be selecting a member of the Minnesota House of Representatives, you're going to be over here. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is go down to members, and that will list the 67 senators in the state of Minnesota. So just like with the House of Representatives, the United States House of Representatives, where we divide the 435 representatives among the states according to the population, we do the same thing with the state legislature. So we have 67 senators, which each represents what we call legislative districts. So Minnesota is broken into 67 legislative districts, and they each elect one person to serve in the Minnesota Senate. So someone who lives close to me is D. Scott Dibble. He represents Senate District 70 or 61. So this is the example that I am going to use. So the first thing I would do is I would select his name if this is going to be the person that I want. Right? Then the next question asks me, of which political party is your Senate a member? So the DFL is the Democratic Farmer Labor Party, which is the Democratic Party in Minnesota. So Scott Dibble is a Democrat. Then it asks, which legislative district does my senator represent? And all this information I can get right here. This is perfect. He represents Senate District 61. Okay? And then I go down, list one of your chosen senator's standing committees. So I'm going to click on his name, and then I'm just going to scroll so you can see. And I got all this information up here. District map, district demographics. We're going to come back to the second. But here's his committee assignments. And Scott Dibble serves on the Environment and Natural Resources Finance Committee. I might select that one and type it in. Or the Local Government Policy. Okay, that could be the other standing committee. He happens to be the ranking minority member on the Transportation, Finance, and Policy Committee. So he is the Democrats are the minority party in the state Senate. So he is the longest serving Democrat on the Transportation, Finance, and Policy Committee. If the Democrats were to become the majority party in the state Senate, Scott Dibble would become the chair of the Transportation, Finance, and Policy Committee. Right now, you'd consider this his leadership position. He's a ranking minority member on this particular committee. So I can choose any one of those three for his committee assignments. I just pointed out what his leadership position was. It's either going to be listed here under committee assignments, or it'll be listed up here by his name. It might say majority leader or deputy majority leader or president pro tempore. Okay, it's going to be in bold like that. So that's where you'd find that information. If I scroll down to the next question, it says, where is my senator's home? Okay, well, he does not live in St. Paul. That's where he works. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling down. Here's some biographical details, right? So his home is actually Minneapolis. And look, his address is published. He lives at 2910 James Avenue South, Apartment F. I could go and visit him, drop off cookies if I wanted to, right? And next is, what is the median age of your senator's district? So now they're asking about District 61. And I can find all sorts of information by clicking on the District 61 demographic details. So I'm going to do that. And here I have sex and age. And if I just scroll down, I get information about Senate District 61, considering, the breakdown between male and female, and then age. And somewhere in age, they have median age. So I could see that the median age in Senate District 61 is 36 years old. That's kind of young, actually. So he has a younger district, right? But there's all sorts of information if I'm interested here. There's race, there's Hispanic or Latino and race, citizen voting age by population, and that's just under that demographic tab. If I go to social, I find out information about household type, okay? And There's also population in households, the number of people and who lives in the household, males, marital status, fertility, grandparents, school enrollment, educational attainment, okay, residence 1 year ago, place of birth, U.S. citizenship, all sorts of information about this particular district if I'm interested. So you could look up your own Senate district and find out these demographic details about where you live and your neighbors. I can go to economic and find out where people are employed, how they're employed, how many people, what the occupation is, industry, class of worker, income level of my district. So my neighbors, what's the median household income in my district? $78,000. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. All right. Health insurance. And I can also get information on housing for my district. Okay, so units in the structure, and then like the age of the homes in the district. That's kind of interesting. Bedrooms, housing tenure, all sorts of fun information about the district. But you're only asked for median age. And then you can play around with this however you want. Okay? All right. And then you have to watch the next video next. All right. Bye.